Right, next on the news. Does anyone see a photo? No? Okay. Is the AAP01C Shenobi.
Are they going to keep bringing out models of this pistol?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I do not like the AAP. I'm just making that point, and they keep bringing it.
Everyone that brings one here, they always go wrong. And then they're like, why does it go wrong? And I'm like, I don't know, but you bought that gun and it just goes wrong.
That was their first problem.
Do you know what I see? It's some sort of tranquilizer pistol.
That's
what it looks like to me.
It looks like a plastic Luger that isn't quite as cool. It's got that same look about it.
Is that with that and that and that?
Yeah.
Because that's
Now the Shenobi pistol, so if we go through it tip to butt, as I would with a review, so you've lost the thread adapter on the front. There's no threads, they've replaced it with a really short muzzle, like a shit looking compensator.
Your barrel is about that long.
Yeah, there's virtually no barrel to it at all.
but what's the shortest in a barrel?
Don't you just
Like,
foresee
100 mil?
upgrade problems with that?
Standard pistol barrel's 100 mil.
Yeah, it'll be a bespoke barrel length on it.
So
to get a Type 4 version of it.
The pick rail on the top and the bottom is now moulded in, so you can't remove it as you did before, which is causing a problem because the monolithic rail across the top of that really small gun. Now, have you worked on one, Brett?
Not an AAP?
AAP.
Yeah.
So you know the hop adjustment is inside the ejection port.
Yes.
And the injection port on the original AAP curvatures over the top. Now, because of that pre-built-in rail, you've got a much smaller window. People can't even get their fat fingers through to adjust their own hop. So you'd have to strip the gun down to adjust your own hop now.
Why? Why would they do that?
They've also replaced the bolt in the rear, and now you can flick from 4.0 to
on the outside of
on
it,
the outside,
rather than having to pull it back, look at it upside down, and flick it over.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, you can only do it with the bolt retracted back.
Yeah.
So, like, you had to do that to get to the switch anyway, and now you've still got to do it to switch it anyway. So, what's the point?
Those AAPs, they were the actual when they first come out. They were new and different, and they're really high rate of fire. But they were. Single one that I've worked on, I bought one and I used it once and sold it within 20 minutes. I was like, no,
that's exactly what I did.
Not for me.
This thing can shoot 70 metres, gone, bye, sold.
Every single one I worked on someone's. Tuesday, I put a new hammer assembly in one because the hammer had up on it. He took it away, rang me 2 days later, someone else has broken on it now. Every one I get in, it's the same thing.
Can I just add to that though? With this AEP, a lot of people are doing HBA builds with it now, and I just don't think the gun can put up with that constant pressure.
Not without a load of like cow,
but like even when
internals and all this sort of stuff.
We've seen AEPs go off to various techs that some we might not mention and some we will, but they always come back the same after whether they last a couple of months or 6 months. They always break in the end because it just can't deal with that amount of stuff.
No, and that's the worrying thing, because I've done some due diligence before I came here tonight and had a look into it. The internals are exactly the same as its original. I mean, so the hammer's going to up and...
Why would you want to buy a gun?
They've just made it worse, basically, by reducing things and taking things away. And
the weird thing is, they've gone for a compact approach. And we know it's a Glock-based system, don't we? Like a Glock 17, I think. It's a Glock 17 Max.
Glock 17.
So you've pulled the barrel in. What's the most compact Glock you can get? Is it the 26?
26.
Glock 26, yeah.
Yeah. So why didn't we go for Glock 26 mags and have a really short pistol? And
the body
it feels like they've gone half and half in between. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I feel like they're possibly clutching at straws to try and keep this thing going because it's failed. May have failed, may have not. My personal opinion is it's failed at Mark 1.
The hype's gone.
And now, so they're clutching to keep this thing in production. What can we do? Well, we'll make it compact. So it's
but if they know all the failings and they see all these problems and they're trying to reinvent it, why not change the internals?
Budget.
Yeah,
they
cost.
Look, cost of materials now is massive, man.
What's the price of the standard one, normal?
Oh,
it's 79 quid.
Yeah,
how much is that?
110.
So you've gone up and you're getting less.
For it being more compact.
So up in value for less guns, same internals. If anyone buys that, you're a f***ing idiot.
Oh, the only other thing you can do with it now is that it's completely ambi, so you can flick the mag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guess what else is
mag
completely
release.
ambi? Your hands. Swap hands. Learn to shoot with both hands.
We talking about
Exactly. Learn to do everything with both hands, because you never know.
You know, the biggest problem with not just that, but with the TMG18 and the WE variants and everything else, even the high cappers that will run full auto, it is the full auto. That is the biggest issue with all of those pistols. Those pistols are not designed to run full auto. You run them in full auto, they will break.
And then it goes back to
Do you need a full auto pistol?
No, you
No.
There are
then if
second
you've got the
they're
option,
cool.
you should be able to use it and not have it itself.
If it was in real steel terms, right, and it was part of your kit and you were going in somewhere, right, what's the idea here is that firepower wins, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's the idea of the gunfight, the firepower wins. So yes, in real steel terms, if you've got a full auto pistol as your secondary and you need to lay some rounds down, you've got something to do it with. What we're doing, you don't. When you draw, if you go down to that secondary in airsoft, you cap a couple of rounds maybe, or you're quickly defending yourself because you've run out and do you know what I mean? It's you don't need all that.
I'll tell you what.
You're just paying for something that's going to bust your gun.
But then, if it's there, make it work. I'm not going to buy something.
Yeah, absolutely. But
It's just,
I would bet my left bollock that even within the real steel world, that the full auto pistol is a gimmick. It is not used by any special forces, by any military, by any police, by anybody who's serious about shooting. They do not use that full auto unless they want to have a laugh. That is it.
the fun switch.
It is the fun switch.
Yeah.
It serves no tactical purpose other than look at what my pistol can do.
I only know one person that uses a full auto pistol, and that's Morbius from the Matrix. G18 in it. That's the only time I've seen one full auto.
yeah, and you're getting the movie premise out of it there. You're going to show the bit where it f***s up. Or
You don't need
full
full auto.
You know what I mean?
I got a friend of
When
mine.
the slide just
Oh
exploded.
no, this has happened. We'll leave that bit in.
I got a friend
There's
of
2 hours returning it, like on the phone. Like, I bought this pistol and it's blown up.
Yeah.
No, it's the Matrix, isn't it? He plugs back in and another rack of them comes up. Oh, this
Take
one.
that one.
Yeah, I think it's
I
another
just
one.
like.
So for me, right, the
Handbag
AAP, regardless of the fact that the hammer's broken, it was unreliable and all the rest of it, it really took off when you had like people building carbine kits for it and DMR in it and all the rest of it. And they've taken that facility away because we have no threads on the end. And on the old AAP, if you wanted to put rails on the top, you had to screw them in because they had pre-drilled holes. Now they don't; it's all moulded in. You can't actually screw anything to the outside of the gun to build a proper kit to hold everything in place.
What do you think, in going what you're
they've
saying there,
made it less useful.
in regards to what you're saying with like the carbine kits and turning them into DMRs, that could work because you're then only on semi-auto. So you're taking away one of those features out of the gun that they've put into it that doesn't work, which is now, it can be usable because now you're back to semi-auto again.
Yeah, but
So
you
that
can't
the
do
full
all
auto
this.
feature is irrelevant for the gun.
Yeah.
But now they've killed it because you can't, because the barrel's too short. It's not going to be anything.
So the buyer's getting screwed.
I don't doubt for a minute what they'll probably end up doing. Yeah, they'll sell a few of those pistols because people like them. But if that complete upper is available on its own, what a lot of people who've got AAPs will probably do is just buy an upper. Because it will just go on to your, you've got an AAP01, you've got an upgraded hammer unit and all that other shit in it, and you want one of those uppers, just buy the complete upper, clip it straight in.
Yeah, but then aren't you going to end up with the problem with the barrel sticking out?
No,
Well, no,
what I mean is you buy the complete upper.
Yeah.
Because they're interchangeable on the AAPs, they're on a hinge at the front of the midsection. So you literally just press the button at the back, lift it up, and the whole upper comes off. So if they sell the whole upper, people will buy it.
And there's nothing different about the lower
No, lower
section.
just clips back in.
So that lower is the same on the standard pistol anyway.
I
Yeah,
believe so.
it's exactly
So
the
you've
same.
got more money, and all you're getting is a smaller slide, smaller barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ability to switch to full auto from the exterior of the thing.
Okay.
You have to split it from.
But it's still no quicker because you've
But-
still got to rack the bolt back.
Yeah.
You can release the mag on both sides.
That's
And be pure.
that's handy.
Really.